November 2025 transits for the sign of Pisces, Pisces rising, or Pisces moon sign, both. See, the external manifestation we see from the rising sign, from the Lagna, from the ascendant, that is your physical reality. Whereas how you experience emotionally, how you internally feel things, that we see from the moon sign. So if you're a Pisces rising, Lagna, or if you're a Pisces moon, both you can watch this video, but for different purposes. So this is a very transformative month, very profound, major changes. We don't see these kind of changes very often. Jupiter is going retrograde. Saturn is going direct. Mercury is going retrograde for 3 weeks. And then we have Mars and Venus very strong in their own signs. So all this happening within 1 month. And then Sun going out of debilitation. So let's start one by one. First of all, Jupiter, Guru Maharaj, is exalted and in the Ucha Rashi, Karka Rashi, and it is Atichari. That means it's moving very fast. So he wants to give you results very fast. So first 10 days, so on 11th of November, Jupiter goes retrograde. But for the first 10 days, Jupiter is still retrograde, very direct and very strong, exalted in your 5th house. That means this is a good period for your children, expansion in their life, good period for your connection with your children, and encourage them to do something big. Think of big projects, big ideas, big if they're old enough. And then also the same thing with your romantic partnership. You may, if you're looking for love in your life, this is a good period, especially first 10 days. You may meet a lot of people. Or if you're already in a relationship and with your children also, this is a good time, first 10 days, to do lots of spiritual things together with them. Maybe even yagya, homa, read, visit a temple, give donation to the priest and things like that. And especially chanting of mantras. 5th house is mantra shastra. So Jupiter going there means, and Jupiter is the priest. He's all about the voice, the throat chakra also. And so that's excellent for chanting mantras throughout the month, during the retrograde phase also. So Jupiter will go retrograde 11th of November. Starting 11th, it will actually give you results back of the 4th house rather than the 5th house. That means maybe expansion of your residence, renovation, going to a bigger house, better for real estate, buying vehicles. But of course, this is not real estate advice. This is not financial advice. These are just energies of the planets. But the retrograde phase of Jupiter will give you more insights into what makes you happy, why you're here, what gives you long-term happiness. So this retrograde phase, a good remedy for you is to sit at home and do meditation. Invite people for doing meditation or through doing spiritual discussions or spiritual discourse. So any spiritual work you do sitting at your home will pay you huge. It'll give you inner happiness, sukha bhava, and also it will improve your connection with your family members. That's the 4th house, the family. Now, in a retrograde planet also means it internalizes the things or the results related to that house. And Jupiter is actually your Lagna Lord. So that means you will go within. This is the period for introspection. Who am I? Why am I here? My personality. What can I do in life? What are my strengths? It'll give you all those answers. At the same time, it's the 10th Lord that's going retrograde. So they may reassess your career, your profession. Am I in the right profession? Or maybe literally a change of job might be there. Of course, we have to look at the natal chart for that to confirm. But there will be some change in your profession, in the career. It'll give you this, again, introspection. Am I on the right path? Is this career good for me? And then also your connection with your colleagues, with your boss, everybody at work, those will be reassessed. So that's the retrograde phase of Jupiter, the 10th Lord, starting 11th of November. Now next is Saturn, Shani Maharaj, going direct after many months of retrograde motion. Shani will be finally direct on 27th of November. But until then, Saturn is still retrograde, and I've shown it in the cusp, on the cusp of the 12th house and the 1st house. So that means it still is giving you results of the 12th house until 27th of November. What does that mean? So Saturn giving results of the 12th house, good for connection with the foreign people, foreign travel, going on a retreat, isolation, seclusion, for going on a pilgrimage, and activating your subconscious mind. So you literally want to do Tarpan sadhana, especially every Amavasya, do that. And on every Saturday night, you can do ancestral worship and Tarpan, or you can do Yoga Nidra, past life regression, astral travel, any of that. You can make a playlist and start playing. So the 12th house, the subconscious mind, will be activated for the first 27 days. Honor that and harness that energy in your life. After November 27th, that is when Saturn goes direct. It'll be sitting on your Lagna in the 1st house. This will make you work hard. You'll be working very hard, but it will give you results for the long term. This is like you're setting up the rest of your life. It'll give you lots of blessings. And Saturn in the first house gives you this maturity, responsibility, and thinking long term, strategic thinking and planning for the whole life, because that's the first house. First house touches everything, it's the pillar of the chart. So that's the big shift happening for you. Shani Maharaj is going direct. It's been sitting on your Lagna physically for many months, since March of this year actually. But it's been retrograde since May, so it's not giving you blessings of the first house. Now, after November 27th, that will change. Next is Mars. Mars is sitting in the sign of Scorpio, its own sign, very strong, solid placement. That means it will lift up your 9th house. But there may be some anger, frustration issues with your gurus, with your father. So be very careful. Do not react when it comes to spiritual people or spiritual aspects of your life. Also, do not take decision in a haste. It'll give you a lot of physical energy to work on your spiritual path. That means maybe do some work at a temple, volunteer at a temple, things like that, or just a lot of hatha yoga, achieving your spiritual goal through physical means like hatha yoga, or even hiking can be a spiritual exercise, right? So doing physically, use your body to attain your spiritual path. And then Mars will also be joined by Sun after 16th of November. So then it will be absolutely fantastic. Like the king and the prince, king and the warrior in chief together, they can execute, they can make things happen. Excellent for higher studies, excellent for learning from the gurus, excellent for meeting exalted gurus. You can also travel to sit at the feet of the gurus. You can become a guru yourself, because wherever sun goes, it illuminates that area. So you can really get a lot of insights and share your wisdom, be a guru yourself. That's the energy when sun enters your 9th house, starting 16th of November. Of course, you have to look at the natal chart, combine those to get the full picture, but that's the energy in general overall for all Pisces rising. So now we have Venus. That'll be in your 8th house most of the month until 26th of November. Venus in the 6th house gives you Sanjeevani Vidya. You'll have wisdom to bring dead people back to life. You'll be very intuitive and you'll go very deep. This is the month for you to go deep into learning esoteric wisdom, secrets of the universe. What's your connection with the universe? All those questions will be answered while Venus is there. Although first 2 weeks until 16th of November, Sun is also there. So Venus-Sun combination in the 8th house again gives you deep insights, but there could be some conflict, like hidden conflict. You cannot figure out, okay, what's going on? There is this conflicting energy is there, but that's hidden. That's the 8th house. So just let go, surrender, do lots of Lakshmi puja, feminine goddess worship, all of that, and learn some esoteric subjects. That's the best thing you can do, how you can channelize that energy in the positive direction. So that's the transit of Sun, first half of the month in your 8th house, illuminating the 8th house, and then second half of the month, illuminating your 9th house. Now we have Mercury. Mercury is retrograde from 9th of November until 29th of November. So 3 weeks of retrograde Mercury means it will give you blessings of the 4th, the 7th house, and the 4th house. That's the Mercury is your 4th lord and your 7th lord. So you will internalize those things. That means there'll be lots of contemplation, the 4th house, Sukhasthana. What makes you happy? Just sit and analyze and think about, okay, what makes me happy? Also doing lots of meditation, spiritual work with your family, that's the 4th house. With your partner, that's the 7th house. With your business partner also, that's the 7th house. And do a lot of discussions like analysis, but not like for external means or making money, things like that, but for spiritual progress. So do a lot of things together with your spouse, going within, like deep spiritual awakening through analysis, literally like doing Buddhist meditations and going on a retreat, things like that will be very powerful for you with this Mercury retrograde. The 8th house and the 9th house are completely activated with so much action going on, 4 major planets sitting there. And so those are active. Plus, you of course have the moon keeps going in and out of those houses as well throughout the month. Use the hidden energy and the blessings of the 8th house, which is gaining wisdom, and then share with the world. That's the 9th house. So that's the overall theme for Pisces rising. So if you like the content, please share and subscribe and write in the comment section how the month is going, any other remedies or suggestions you have. Also, we are starting live courses teaching astrology, Jyotish, Bhrigunandinadi. I'll be teaching those live one day a week. Starting January 2026, there's early bird right now going on, so you want to make use of that. And I hope to see you there if you want to learn authentic, traditional Bhrigu Nadi Nadi Jyotish.